You ever feel like there's a secret to getting ahead? Some hidden advantage that the most successful people in the world seem to have? Well, what if I told you that advantage isn't really a secret at all? It's a time of day. It's those quiet, almost magical hours before the rest of the world even hits the snooze button. So let's break down the blueprint for winning your day before it even officially begins.
And look, this is not some new, trendy productivity hack. The wisdom behind waking up early is, well, it's timeless. Benjamin Franklin was talking about this centuries ago. He connected the dawn not just with being healthy, but with actual prosperity and wisdom. It's this foundational idea that's just echoed through the ages.
And it's definitely not just history. Today's titans of industry and culture are living by this code. We're talking about people at the absolute peak of their game. Apple's Tim Cook, he's up at 3:45 a.m. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and the former CEO of PepsiCo, Indra Nooyi, both kick off their day at 4 a.m. That's not a coincidence, folks. It's a strategy.
So what's the deal? What do they know that most of us don't? What is the actual, tangible advantage they're getting in those pre-dawn hours? That's exactly what we're about to dive into. It really boils down to 3 key areas of life that they absolutely conquer before most of us have even had our first cup of coffee.
First, and you could argue this is the most important one, they win their inner world. This is all about getting that mental clarity, finding that intense focus, and seriously cutting down on the stress that pretty much defines modern life for so many of us.
Let's be real. This slide just nails it. The average day is a complete storm of reactive chaos, right? Your phone is buzzing, emails are flooding in, meetings are piling up. It's all demanding a piece of you. But the early morning? That's your sanctuary. It's this rare moment of total quiet, zero distractions, where your mind is actually fresh and ready for what really matters.
And that sanctuary is the perfect environment for something called deep work. Deep work is basically the ability to focus, really focus, without any distractions on a tough, mentally demanding task. In a world that's constantly trying to distract you, being able to do deep work is a legitimate superpower. And the early morning? That's its prime training ground. Your willpower is at its highest, and the world is still asleep.
And this has a massive impact on your mental health. A major study from the University of Colorado Boulder found that waking up just 1 hour earlier can reduce your risk of major depression by a staggering 23%. Think about that. That's a huge difference. And it's linked to getting more of that morning sunlight, which helps regulate our mood and our body's internal clock.
So here's the bottom line. When you start your day with intention, instead of just rushing out the door in a panic, you create this incredible sense of control. You stop being a victim of your schedule, you become the architect of your day. And that feeling of calm, that proactive peace, it doesn't just vanish after breakfast. It sets the tone for your entire day.
This mental control flows right into our second advantage, mastering your physical state. This is all about using those morning hours to build a body that's healthier, more resilient, and just buzzing with energy.
Okay, if you have ever struggled to stick with a workout plan, just look at this. This chart shows a simple, powerful truth. People who exercise in the morning are way more consistent. Why? It's simple. You get it done before the day has a chance to throw a million excuses at you. No late meetings, no feeling totally drained after work, no social plans to derail your goals. You just get it done.
And the benefits are so much more than just checking a box. A morning workout literally jumpstarts your metabolism, which means you're burning more calories all day long. Research also shows it leads to better sleep quality, can lower your blood pressure, and, get this, it even encourages you to make healthier food choices for the rest of the day. It's like a positive chain reaction for your health. Now this might sound a little backward, but stick with me here. Waking up early actually helps you sleep better. It creates what we call a virtuous cycle. See, you wake up early, you get that morning sunlight, and that's the strongest signal you can send to your body's natural clock, your circadian rhythm. This helps you feel more awake during the day, which in turn makes you naturally tired in the evening, leading to much deeper, more restorative sleep.
So you've won your inner world, you've mastered your physical state, and this third advantage is where it all comes together, building your life's work. This is about finally carving out the time for the projects and goals that truly mean something to you.
Take a look at this number, 365. Any guesses what that is? That is the number of extra hours you get every single year just by waking up 1 hour earlier each day. Let me put that in perspective. That's more than 9 40-hour work weeks. You are literally adding an entire extra season of productivity to your year.
So what could you do with all that extra time? This isn't just some abstract idea. With 365 hours, you could realistically write that book you've been thinking about, become conversational in a new language, build the foundation for a side business, or finally master that new skill. These are the kinds of achievements that change your life, all made possible by reclaiming just 1 hour each morning.
Look, we all know it's a battle to get out of bed. Even the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius knew it. He wrote this to himself almost 2,000 years ago. Waking up early isn't about feeling comfortable, it's an act of purpose. It's a daily statement that you're committed to your work, to your growth, and to your character. And that right there is the ultimate point. Every single morning that you choose to get out of that warm, comfy bed, you're casting a vote for discipline. You're strengthening your willpower like a muscle. And that strength, it doesn't just stay in the bedroom. It follows you into your work, into your relationships, into everything you want to achieve.
Okay, I can hear you. This all sounds amazing, but how do I actually do it? The benefits are clear, but knowing is totally different from doing. So let's get super practical. How do you actually make this change? Starting tonight, here's your simple, actionable blueprint.
First, and this is so important, start small. Please don't try to jump from waking up at 8 a.m. to 5 a.m. overnight. Just try 15 minutes earlier each week. It's manageable. Second, and this is non-negotiable, you have to go to bed earlier. This is not about sleep deprivation. Third, the oldest trick in the book for a reason. Move your alarm clock across the room. Make yourself physically get up. Fourth, have a reason to wake up, something you're genuinely excited to do in that quiet time. And finally, be patient with yourself. You're gonna have days where you fail. That is okay. The key is to just get back on track.
You know, when you boil it all down, it comes to this. This isn't just about time management. Waking up early is a profound act of self-respect. It's a choice. It's the decision to invest in your own mind, your body, and your goals before you give all your energy away to the demands of the world.
So, I'll leave you with this question. Tomorrow morning is a fresh start. It's a quiet, blank page before all the noise begins. The only question left is, what will you write on it?